Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm Mark Himmel. I'm with the Youth National Show Commission, and I have some updates for y'all. One, the reining. You need to check into it. We have more leveling in the reining division. Two, the experience classes. Now we've changed the rule where you can cross-enter a horse that's entered into the experience classes. And third, the biggest one, all cattle fees for the cattle classes are 100% sponsored. So any other possible changes, check the omnibus and you should see them in there. Thank you.
Hi, Dave Daugherty, Canadian National Show Commission member, and I'm here in Denver, Colorado. We just finished up our meeting for the 2020 Canadian Nationals. We went through the schedule and looked at all the conflicts or potential conflicts we had, and we adjusted schedule, classes, to try to make them flow better. One of the big things we did with Sport Horse is we did eliminate the JTR class under saddle. However, we did split out the ATR and the Open, both purebred and half Arab, into dressage type and hunter type. Obviously, dressage will be by the dressage judge, hunter will be by the hunter judge. The purebred ATR and Open, we preliminary set in a cut because those class numbers were very large and needed to be cut. So if those numbers stay true, the cut is in place in this year's schedule. If you get time, go to the AHA website. We'll have the schedule up in a few days for a couple weeks for everybody to review.
I'm Jim Porcher. I'm the chair of the Sport Horse National Show Commission. We've just met in Aurora at the AHA offices for our annual planning meeting. And we're getting ready to do the show in Nampa, Idaho, which will be September 22nd through the 26th. So what we did this year is, besides working on the budget, which is really our main focus and the driving factor is that we have to meet budget and we have to kind of make sure that everything fits as far as our revenue and our expenses. But we did get through that. We think we have a pretty good plan as far as the budget goes, and we hope that it does make it through Budget and Finance next week. We decided this year that we would start by laying out 5 goals for our objective for 2020. And what we wanted to do is to clean up the continuing problems that we have had at Nampa, create more continuity between the omnibus and the show program, the consistencies with the jog party and the barn party, other parties that go on. We have quite a few social events and we want to coordinate all of those so that people have an opportunity to participate in them, but also still have time to show and take care of their horse. Our goal this year, one of our main goals this year, was to kind of clean up our staff list. We have had a lot of very loyal and dedicated staff members that have been working with us for a long time, but we've been patching that together for the last few years, and we wanted to start out and kind of reach the level that some of the other national shows have reached with their staff. And so we have added some new people, bringing some new people on that we think will help us run the show a little more effectively and efficiently.
Go ahead.
One of the things that we're looking at, and we have entertained for many years, was to add a patron program at Idaho and at our Sport Horse Nationals. And the success of it last year at Balmoral Park has given us the confidence to go ahead and look about developing a patron program in Idaho. We want to give more value to our elite sponsors and our sponsors in general and make sure that they get and feel like they're getting the support that they need for supporting us and the show. We want to make sure that there is clear communication. The announcer system in Idaho is not great. You can't always hear in the barns, and so we're going to work on that, but we're going to make sure that our communication is a little bit better, that we have a weather delay contingency in place in case the weather is bad. We also want to have an established protocol for riders and the judges for the train that comes by next to the showgrounds. And so we will have a policy in place in the omnibus so that if a rider doesn't feel comfortable in progressing with their ride or their round, then they can go ahead and wait until the train has gone by. The commissioners all operate in silos and individual, and so we're going to try and work on a little bit better communication between the silos. In other words, the dressage arena and the sport horse in hand, sport horse under saddle, and the hunter jumper ring. We want to, even though those rings run very efficiently and well amongst themselves, we still have a lot of exhibitors that participate in all of those events and different disciplines. And so we're going to try and work to make sure that it's easier for them to get from their various classes. The issues that we have been discussing at the Sport Horse National Commission planning meeting, has been our location for 2021. We thought that we were going to be able to go back to Balmoral Park, but that facility is no longer an option. And so we are investigating other possibilities for our rotation for the east rotation. We have a lot of options. We have listed a set of priorities that we want in a national quality facility, and we hope to be able to release where we'll be in 2021 in the very near future.
Good day, everyone. My name is Tag Johnson, and I'm a member of the U.S. National Show Commission, and I'd like to share a few changes that will be implemented this year at the 2020 U.S. National Championships. First and foremost, we are going to be doing more age splits in the English Pleasure, Country English Pleasure, Hunter Pleasure, and Western Pleasure divisions. You'll have to look at that when the omnibus comes out, so those of you in the age split groups, congratulations. As ever, we're always looking to improve the facility. One of the improvements this year will be the better green shavings. We're going to go back to one of our older vendors and hopefully make the formal evenings at U.S. Nationals the highlight and have better green shavings, so look forward to that. We're going to go ahead, and we improved the North Arena last year with improved footing. We're hoping to be able to do that with more of the work arenas so that our horses have safe work areas. So look for that in Tulsa. Also, we have changed the cutting division. We will unfortunately no longer be having cutting classes, but we're going to be changing one of the classes over to futurity herd work. Center ring in all of the arenas, we're looking at improving some of the decorations, just classing it up a little bit more every year. Hopefully you'll notice that, and if you have any ideas, please share them with us. And then finally, one last change that will probably happen this year is for those of you that do the arena signs in the Ford and Mustang arena and also over in the pavilion. Mostly in the Ford arena, we will be moving those signs up a little higher. They'll be above the arena, but we'll also be offering those sponsors increased visibility through YAP, through the live video feeds, and through handouts at the horse shows. So more bang for your buck. So if you've been thinking about doing an arena sign, the location may be a little different, but contact AHA if you'd like to do an arena sign this year. So looking forward to seeing everybody in Tulsa. It's still a little ways away, but start planning early and we'll look for a great show in October.